Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Open Roads. Yes, our big, infamous one of two highway street road courses. I don't know what the words are to say, but you get what I mean. For those who have been on the channel before, I think you already know where I'm going. For those brand new, you're going to be in for a show, man. Our Xfinity race was somewhat tame. Somewhat. Despite a couple wrecks taking play, that's probably not going to be the case for the Cup. That's a whole different story. So without further ado, let's get on down to your starting lineup. On the pole, Audra Baranowska, so she will be in next season's Budweiser Shootout. Next to her, Kev Shearer. Third, Emma Ross. Fourth, Daniel Olson. Fifth, Dylan Pote. Sixth, Joshua Osborne. Seventh is Eric Burden. Eighth, Cody Lamas. Ninth is Nathan Hudson leading the top 10. Jeffrey Finguy. And here's the rest of your starting lineup from 11th on back. There we go. I was wondering why I was lagging a bit there. And on the final row, we have Scott Roush and Kyle Matthews. Now, Kyle Matthews did not actually get a lap in. Crashed out from what we have gathered. So, meanwhile, as I close that, because that's probably the reason why I'm a tad bit lagging. The Cup points are looking like this. Jessica Shelton has the points lead by 9 points over Seth Cole. Anthony McCurry's up into third. Ironic enough, just had his birthday at the time of this recording just yesterday, so on Tuesday there. Then Eric Burton, Alex Rod to complete your top 5. Alex Drayton, Sky Commons, James Qualls, Dylan Pote, and Nathan Hudson complete your top 10. As here comes the command. As there's the command, Nathan Hudson, ironic enough, is the previous race winner at Iowa. Give me yours. I'm also going for a pretzel right now. Oh, and a problem for Zach Rogers in the 6. He is not going on the car. And that car, the Motor Grader Dodge, sitting idle on pit road. They're going to look to see in a bit what's wrong with the car, but it did not get going. So anyways, 5 laps of action around this big road course. Now, in our Xfinity race, we had cars that were messing up on the jumps and everything. For the Cup Series, that's not going to be the case. You know that big lake that was mentioned that in the Xfinity race? Yeah, these cars might go in it. So, hopefully, they got the pontoons and all to get the drivers out of there and get the machines to get the cars out of there if necessary. And for those watching on other Discords as well, kind of wondering what this track is, you're being for a show. Also, a big shout out to the person who made the track. Of course, I have to mention it. Lyndon Wright, Black and Red 81. I will make sure if I don't, rip me in the comments. I'll put a link on his in the description of the channel. But pace cars on down. 5 laps, no cautions. Green flag is out. We are underway here at Open Roads. And Baranowska's got a good start as she has rolled away from Kev Shearer. Zach Rogers still on pit road. We're going to go 4 wide for position. That's Cody Lamas on the extreme low line there. With Dylan Pote, Eric Burden, and Jeffrey Finguy. That could mean a disaster right there. Oh my goodness, and look at how low Cody's going. That's not a good idea. Tucks back in line. Here we go. Oh, Ron Bishop messed up right there. He's going to scrape the wall. Did we actually keep it through? Oh, nope, never mind. I thought I heard it. Yep. Brett Pritchard, Joshua Sicoli, Kyle Matthews. Now, here we go. This is the big trouble spot for this race. As mentioned the previous race weekend. And there goes Jeffrey Finguy. And, yep, I'm not surprised. And Finguy barrel rolling down the lake goes the Rooster Teeth Florida. Oh, and another car. Keith Batson in the 39. And that'll be it for them two. Now here comes the treacherous jump. This has been a problem for both series. Here comes Baranowskis trying to get the jump. Makes it all right. Osborne got the wall. Ember Ross did not. But Baranowski's he's got a ton of damage. Look at the air Ember Ross had on that one. Holy cow. Potey's got damage. Michael Walton's got damage. Which car's scraping the wall there. Brett Pritchard. Look at the front end damage on that Mountain Dew Chevrolet. That's not good for him. Oh, other cars really messed up. RJ Bishop including one of them there. Meanwhile, you see Benjamin Miles in the 43 trying to work on Brett Pritchard in the 8. And someone else had front-end damage, unless I'm seeing something. Oh, yeah, here it is. Michael Walton, as you can see. Not teammates here. Johnny Gardner and Michael Walton down for position. And Johnny Gardner, well, he's not going to waste any time. In the meantime, got to get up here closer. Look at Osborne passing Baranowskis. And Kev Shearer in the 0-0 taking the lead. Osborne in the second. Keep in mind about Kev Shearer, it's been a long time since he's been to victory lane. The last time the 0-0, let alone Kev Shearer's been to victory lane, because I don't think the 0-0 has ever been used in any NRSL competition. As Osborne now to the lead. Kev Shearer's last win was Season 5 at Atlanta. Ironic enough, we're going to be there in a couple of weeks. So, that was Kev Shearer's one and only win of his career in the Cup Series. It was his rookie year. He drove the 77 at that time when it was a Dodge. Ironic enough, the 77 isn't too far behind Ember Ross. Got Cody Lamas all over her back bumper. Bunch of side damage to on the left side of Nathan Hudson's car. There's JT Bryant. We have to mention this as well because of the history of this track. Bryant also has obviously been a favorite. He's been through various scenarios before, including coming from behind 14 seconds on the last lap to win the race. He passed Jessica Shelton and Connor Meyer. Now, if you noticed, both of those drivers are not in the front of the field. And Rogers finally back out on the course. Oh, Brett Pritchard really slow in that 8 car. He may have something wrong with the radiator in that 8 car. Fitzwater also with damage. Where's Shelton in the 0-2? There's Shelton. Does she have a buckle in the hood? Oh, looks like she does have a buckle. Oops. And Connor Meyer, ironic enough, not too far ahead of her. Just making sure anybody else comes down. As you see, Ember Ross led that lap. I guarantee some of these guys are going to come on down if necessary. Yep, Brett Pritchard, I'm definitely not surprised he's coming down. I believe he may have a problem with the radiator. Michael Walton getting a rear decklet full of Jessica Shelton there. In the meantime, Dylan Potey's also starting to fade from the field. Scott Roush, Cat Batson going on by. Cat Batson currently dead last in the points right now. There is Nathan Hudson, your previous race winner. Last score 13th and a battle for that spot with him and JT Bryant. Baranowski starting to slip back. And wow, nearly 3 wide. And oh, Kev Shearer and Alex Ferranti in the wall. Let alone the guardrail. Kev Shearer really into that guardrail. Never seen someone hit that type of the wall before. And up there goes Levi McIntyre in the 99. And the Marvel Captain America Ford is going to go over and is going to land in the lake on 4 wheels. That's good news for the drivers that got all that damage. And here we go, round number 2 for the jump. Eric Burton currently the leader. Olsen messed up. Osborne messed up as well. Osborne still looking for his first win of the year. His last win, ironic enough, was all the way back in Atlanta of last season. You can see Osborne, he's trying to work on that 21, trying to shove him out of the line so he can take the position. Comes the Castrol GTX Chevrolet, and did not get a good run right there. Eric Burton with all that left side damage too. That's going to hinder him right there. One who don't have that right now is Osborne and Ember Ross. Both of those drivers. Actually, Ember Ross, has a buckle on the hood. I didn't even realize that. Look carefully. But she's still making her speed really known. That damage is not affecting her at all. Because look, she's trying to battle Osborne for that third position. I'll give a lot of credit due. She'd be able to pass, but not really the case. Osborne in the preferred line. As a battle for the lead ensues, Eric Bird and Daniel Olson side by side. Oh, Burton kind of slipped up right there, but he's going to get the exit right there. And for now, he's going to hold on for the lead. Osborne now all over the back bumper. Daniel Olson. Look at him slide out of the way. Swerving his way through. Oh, but Osborne again having difficulty trying to get around that 21. He's in the wrong place at the wrong time trying to make the move. There's Alex Ferranti, car number 84. You see how he got that damage. There he is there. And wow, Kev Shearer with all that damage he sustained from getting into the wall. Both the left side and the right side all over caved in. Look at the left side just completely just swiped. And now Nathan Hudson trying to immediately work on the 00. Yep, I don't blame Hudson. He's not wasting any time at all. Give credit to Kat Batson. Dead last in the points. Trying to work her way into the top 20. Actually, I believe is in the top 20 as we speak. Let alone top 10. There's the three drivers who fell in the lake. Zach Rogers. Good news for him. He's now going to jump up into those positions. He is not a lap down. He's just way in the tail end of the field. Oh, and Cody Lomas and Clint Spillman with an issue. The Lowe's Chevrolet and the John Deere Chevrolet. They're not teammates, but man, and Kate Anderson with an issue. Phil Parker with an issue. What happened to those guys? We'll look at a replay at the very end to see what happened. What a tough break right there. Flickinger and Kyle Keefe, you see they're working together. Kyle Keefe announced that Target will be getting dropped at the end of the year. However, they will have a goodbye scheme at Daytona for next season for the 500. Interesting enough with SKM, man. They're making some moves like crazy, so we'll see what happens. The stove is hot. Is now Nathan Hudson working on JT Bryant. Gotta remember, Hudson's an avid road course ringer. He is from the UK, and them UKs know about them road courses very, very well. Trying to make a move on JT Bryant there, but gonna wait for now. Top 4. Single file working together. The bad news for Osborne and Olson, Burton and Ross are going to probably work together as teammates, and you got to give credit to that GameStop Toyota. That car's got a buckle in the hood, but that's not slowing down Ember Ross at all. Took that third position from Olson, hasn't looked back as Osborne back out in the front. Osborne going to keep it together. Burton, Ross, Olson, they're going to be fine. Commons. Trent Dunn kind of wiggled a bit, but he's going to be okay. Oh, Kyle, I would not want to do that right there, buddy. Oh, no, no. I kind of seen that one coming. And Kyle Keefe is going to go over into the lake. And wow, he's going to really drive his way through. And that could be the end of the day for him. Yep, you did this for a while. And oh, boy. And Brett Pritchard, amazingly, is coming back out on the course. They took out everything in that front end. And that car looks like a modified at the very front end there, which you'll see right here. Crazy. As you notice, the cars are taking the jump, and some cars are gonna be okay. Charles Sanford gonna lose a spot to Kat Batson. Bryant's still ahead of Hudson for now. I believe Bryant's car is still relatively clean. This is the one track that JT Bryant has always been good at. Out of any of the road courses that we've ever been to. And Bryant's not really a road course ringer. He just knows this track really good. Commons with damage. And Olsen is starting to slip back a bit because you notice that left side damage on that Menards Ford there. Gradually slipping back a bit there. And Ember Ross, I'll tell you, she's trying to work on Eric Burton for that second position. Now, another thing, too, if Joshua Osborne, I believe, yes, the case. I think regardless if he leads this lap or not, he'll get the extra bonus point for leading the extra 5 bonus points for leading the most laps. So I don't think he should be too worried, but you know Osborne, he wants that win bad. Looking for his 4th career victory is the 27 for Johanna Atwood Motorsports. Keep in mind, James Qualls, he's in the top 10 of the points. And you last seen where he's at. Last scored 25th. However, with Kyle Keith getting involved and a couple others having some issues, he's probably going to work his way up to the front a bit. Not a whole lot, but enough, though. There's 3 cars, including Kyle Keith, now still sitting on pit road. Rogers now jumping up to 38th on the board. And is Clint Spillman out of it? Yes, he is, I believe. Yep, he's out of it. Jessica Sheldon under fire from Kyle Matthews, her teammate there. And James Qualls working on Michael Walton in the 2. That's for a position. Look at Baranowskis, the pole sitter, wants to get back up to the front, and I don't blame her. Look at Brian working his way through a whole bunch of cars right there. This pack right here, that's like just about the entirety of the top 10 that's not in the 1st through 4th category. And Osborne messed up the corner. Eric Burton now the new leader. I believe he got bumped. And Bryant working his way up to 6th. He went from 10th to 6th just like that 2 laps ago. For Eric Burton in the 20, looking for his 2nd win of the year. And I believe for the Cup Series, this would be the first 2-time winner. Burton captured his 1st career victory back at 8 Bull 4 races ago. And here he is at Open Roads trying to conquer that feat. But he's got teammate Ember Ross for Archangel Racing all over the bumper. Olsen in 3rd. Gonna make it 3 wide. He's gonna. That's gonna allow, as Osborne actually got passed for 4th by Dunham and JT Bryant. 3 wide for the lead coming into the turn. Now Olsen is tucked back in line. Very wise move there. Got some veterans and a rookie right here. And Ross not in the preferred line because you got to be really careful coming off this turn right here. And oh, Ross is taking it too wide right there. Don't do it. Keeps it together. Oh, someone fell off. I can't tell who that is. Oh, it's Baranowskis. The 46 Menards Toyota for HRT, who had both their cars in the top 10 until now. Quentin Moore's also way far back. And the pole sitter done for the day. RJ Bishop just totally off the pace there where he's at. Now the good news with a track like this is, wow, Rogers just blown by Phil Parker. I don't think we will encounter any lap traffic. Oh, Scott Roush really slow. It's up in a miss on the 18. I believe they had taken the jump too. And look at Dunham and Bryant working together. And they have caught all 3 of these guys. Where have we seen Bryant done this before? That is shades of Season 5 right there for the Pennzoil Ford. If he can win at this, man, he'd win 2 of the 3 races. And don't count out any others that are also joining the fray, because here comes Bryant coming for the lead on Daniel Olsen. Remember, they are not teammates here. Don't count out Osborne as well. He's still hanging in there. Sky Comets and Nathan Hudson have joined the fray. Alex Drayton has joined the fray. Where have these 3 come from? 3 wide coming into the turn. Oh, and there goes Burton, and he's going to hit the guardrail there. And that's going to end his day. We've seen that a couple times in the Xfinity race, and it's going to happen for the first time in the Cup race. I knew when they were 3 wide, I knew that was not going to be good there. And Ferranti must have gotten involved in a crash because he is way off the pace. Tough break for Alex Ferranti. Now for Rogers, his next car he's going to catch up to is Cody Lamas. I don't think he's going to catch RJ, and I think that will be it for the 6th car trying to catch up to anybody. As we're about ready to get the white flag lap. This time by. We got a good race for the win as Bryant has just said sayonara to Daniel Olson, Ember Ross, and others. As here comes Trent Dunham making his way to get around Ross and Olson. Will do so. Now these cars are getting held up from Ember Ross in the 77. That damage is now starting to affect the GameStop Toyota. Man, Bryant just really checked out from the field. He is not looking back. But if I were Bryant, the big contender right now has to be Trent Dunham. Look at him coming through on the inside line as Bryant messed up. He ran the high line. You don't want to do that right there. Ross still hangs on to her position in 3rd. Now he's going to try to make the move on 2nd on JT Bryant. Now Alex Drayton trying to get around JT Bryant. Sky Commons may follow. When we come to the line, it will be the white flag this time by... How about Kat Batson just about working her way into the top 10? White flag displayed for Trent Dunham. Now Drayton working on Ross. Will finally get by. It ain't over yet. Now Sky Commons. JT Bryant, Nathan Hudson. Now they're all going to find a way to get around the 77. And now it's fair game from there. Osborne has now finally gotten around Daniel Olson. Kat Batson confirmed now in the top 10. Charles Sanford in 10th. Kev Shearer 11th. And give credit to Meyer Racing. Both Sicoli and Meyer hanging in the top 15. James Qualls at 14th and Kyle Matthews 15th. Here we go for the final time. The big treacherous turn here. Drayton is about caught up to Trent Dunham in there. These are two really good friends right here. Oh, and I see a car went off. I think it was Kev, and it was Kev Shear in the 00. And the Trigger Boy is going to go fishing in the lake. Tough break for Kev Shear there, and I apologize for my frame rate. I don't know what happened there, but whatever it was, regardless, it happened. Final time, taking the jump, and Comments went through it fine. Drayton and Dunham got involved, and look at JT going for the lead, but he messed up the jump. Bryant messed up the jump right there. That may pay the price, because here comes now Nathan Hudson for the third position. Look at Dunham and Drayton with both their left side damage. And you can tell Bryant really messed that up, because, man, he lost ground on the 11. But at least he's going to get the draft of the 17 and may catch up to make a 4, maybe 5-car horse for the win. Osborne has now sustained damage in this 27. Regardless, though, he'll still get a good finish. Kat Batson now slipped her way back to 10th. Sicoli now 11th. Qualls 12th. 13th Meyer. 14th Kyle Matthews. And how about Zach Flickinger? Final start here at Open Roads up to 15th. Poteet 16th. Roush 17th. Shelton, your Daytona 500 winner, 18th. 19th, Ant McCurry, who just passed Michael Wall for 20th, but now that's under fire with Seth Cole. Cole will now take the 20th position. Gotta work our way back up to the front here, as I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Trent Dunham, Alex Drayton, Nathan Hudson, and presumably, possibly, JT Bryant and Sky Commons. Don't count out anybody here. This ain't over. Now here comes for the final time into the highway portion of the race. And I guarantee you, once we get off to those final 2 corners, there will be some bumpers used. The Sonic All-Star Chevrolet, the Haas Ford, the Overwatch Toyota, the Pennzoil Ford, the South Point Dodge. Osborne's gotten around Ross. That's for 6th. Look at Hudson all over the back bumper of Drayton. Look at this. Drayton made the move instead of Hudson, but can't make the move. And look at Bryant lurking his way through into that picture. Look at him use a slingshot and catch up to Hudson. He's trying the high line for whatever reason. Here we go. This is the moment of truth. Well, Dunham, hang on right here. They all bump block. They all block bumpers right there. I can't even speak. Look at Drayton getting shoved out of line. Hudson trying to work. This is all for 2nd, however. Dunham messed up his line, however. Here comes Hudson. Here comes Bryant. Final corner. Here they come. Hudson, Trent Dunham. It's going to be down to those two. Hudson's trying. He's trying to get whatever he can, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Trent Dunham coming off the final turn. He's going to see the checkered flag waving in hand just a few 100 yards away. And he's going to do it. Checkered flag in hand. And Trent Dunham will score the win for Second Keith Motorsports. Dunham wins it. Wow, what a race right there. Trent Dunham going to get the job done. Good win for him. So while we wait till things are official, we'll take a look at what happened with some of the wrecks taking place. Well, here's a look at the beginning of the portion of the wrecks. Now, I look back at Trent Dunham where he started in this race. He started in the 39th position. That was where the one car started this race. Now, you see, a bunch of cars are going to have some trouble right here, hitting the wall and everything. And you can see, due to all that happening, first car that's going to get turned, I believe, has to be... Oh, I see it right there. Matthews and Parker, which then 54 then bounce out the guardrail. He spins out. Miles gets involved. Brett Pritchard's going to get in right there. Seth Cole does a nice job avoiding that wreck right there. Now, we've seen the cars go off the turn into the lake. Let's see if we can find out what happened to Cody Lamas and Clint Spillman. Well, let's explain it right here. Keep an eye on the 48 Lowe's Chevrolet and the 24 John Deere Chevrolet. They're going to approach the jump right here. And this jump is treacherous because at times some people know how to handle the jump right and others, well, not so much. Cody Lamas did the exact example of what not to do in the jump. He just takes it too low and he just completely lost it. Clint Spillman's seen it. Obviously, he has no chance to avoid it. Goes into him right there. Again, as mentioned, they are not teammates. They're both single-car teams. And you can see then Cody Lamas eventually gets a little bump right there. So he's trying to turn the car back around. Someone's going to get into the 48. It's not Kev. It's not Hudson. Not Bryant. Not Dunham. Seeing a black and red. Oh, it's Anderson right there. Gets a piece right there. And I didn't even realize the 3 had damage. Look at Sanford. Barely misses the 24. And, oh, Phil Parker. Nowhere to go for the Dark Matter Toyota. Johnny Gardner also gets a piece while the 48's continuing to be a pinball at this point. Cap Batson makes it through. And that's like one of the worst places in the track to actually spin out because you're going down the hill and then working your way back up the hill. And if you're slowing down, it's impossible to climb back up the track and you could just slowly make your way up. So let's look what happened to those guys. Now we'll have to check out what happened to Alex Ferranti, who was running very well in the race until he had an issue. I believe it was on lap 4 what happened to him. Well, we do have to play this real quick before he gets involved. Check out Scott Roush in the 18. Look at the area he gets and look what happens. He actually landed on top of the 84 and actually almost flipped in the car. That's what kept the 18 from finishing the race right there. He almost flipped over and he went around. I did not even see that until just now as I was looking through, but oh my goodness gracious. A wild ride for Scott Roush, but amazing enough, he kept it on 4 wheels. So, again, I did not even see that, and I don't know if that was the exact reason, but holy cow. I'm actually going to double check right here. Was that it? Yeah, that was the main reason. I thought it was something else, but I guess not. And that's what led to Alex Ferranti having major issues and, of course, being completely unfortunately not able to finish the race in good measure. I think there's one more incident outside of that. We're going to double check real quick. If not, then we'll show the results. And of course, we will make one mention of it is the Eric Burton incident. Now you see, they're 3 wide coming off this corner. And this is the part of the place of the track you don't want to be 3 wide in. Sandwich between Trent Dunham and Joshua Osborne. Trent Dunham kind of giving way and totally forgot about the 20 right there. And the 20 just rides way too high. And you can see carefully, just goes right into that steel chain link fence right there. Goes to 20. And if you look carefully, this car somehow threw it, but welcome to logic of an ARG, folks. That is all your wrecks that happened in the race. In the end, Trent Dunham victorious. As you see, the cars who got involved in the turn and all. As I pause, that's right. Remember why? I don't know why I did that. We'll keep with the pace car here as Poteet's on pit road for whatever reason. Here are your finishing results. We kind of mentioned your top 10, but Kat Batson, let me double check this real quickly about the 58 here. I believe she had not recorded a top 10 or little top. Yeah, she had not at all. And she was actually 20 points behind, 41st in the points, Audra Baranowskis. Well, that's going to change, so I guarantee Kat Batson will no longer be dead last at points. I think Baranowskis will retain that now. So that's a tough break for the 46 there for HRT Tech, for HRT there, Hudson Racing Tech. So let me see here. Another thing, too, from what I've seen, Osborne had a really good points day. He's going to jump up the points. He was 35th. Benjamin Miles had a not bad run. He'll probably get some spots. There was a 3-way tie between Keith Batson, Benjamin Miles, and Quentin Moore. I believe Miles was the best. So, yep, he was the best. So, and then looking at the points lead, Shelton was a 9-point lead over Seth Cole. McCurry, I believe Shelton may still be the points leader. It looks like it. I guess that is the case. Regardless, though, we mentioned our top 10. Let's go through our top 20. James Qualls finished 11th, 12th. Joshua Sicoli, 13th. Zach Fliger, 14th. Kyle Matthews, 15th. Scott Roush, 16th. Dylan Poteet, 17th. Connor Meyer, that's another guy in the bottom of the points who had a pretty decent day there. Jessica Shelton in 18th, actually. Where is Seth? Where did he finish? Yep, okay, yep. Shelton's easily, she's going to get the points lead. McCurry, 19th. Seth Cole, 20th. Michael Walton, 21st. Quentin Moore, 22nd. John Art, 23rd. Bishop Wells, 24th. RJ Bishop, 25th. So we kind of mentioned our top 25. And, of course, here are the results from the bottom down. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts, subscribe to part of the NRSL by hitting that subscribe button down below. We will see you guys later for race number 9, which will be over Papyrus, another road course, but not as crazy as this one. No, this is your normal, average road course. So until then, we will see you guys later at Massachusetts, which will be Roger's home track. And I forgot to mention, too, this was the home track for Charles Sanford in the 03. And I believe as of this series, he's the only Californian that's there. So, big F, because I totally forgot to mention it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. And we will see you guys for Papyrus. Till then, goodbye, everybody, and here come the points.